Alright everyone, Enchanter Tim here with Duelist Community College, and I know it's been a long time. However, family issues finally got worked out, and I have this new little setup for recording. So, anyways, I'm bringing to you my second place locals 3-time structure deck, Obelisk the Tormentor. And full disclosure, the side deck off to the side here underneath the field center was not used because I forgot to sleeve it, because I made this deck like 10 to 15 minutes prior to the tournament starting because I misplaced one of my other cards for my main deck. So that's why I bought these three and threw this together. Also why I'm not doing the normal opening of the boxes to show you all the cards. And then to add to that disclosure, I do want to say I know this is not the optimal build while playing. I do know that certain cards sucked and I should have swapped them out for other ones. But anyways, we'll show you what I had, and then I'll also show you the side deck I had threw together and didn't get to use. So, okay. Anyways, first two obviously. Just 2 copies of Obelisk the Tormentor. Then we have 3 Ra's Disciples, which were amazing and actually got me quite a lot of plays. I summoned Obelisk at least once per match. Not every round, but... And then I don't think I ever used Ra's Disciples to do it. However, I did get the Ra's Disciples to actually do 3,300 attack on multiple occasions. Next we have 3 Photon Saber Tigers. Okay, anyways, I'll just go over it quickly. Obelisk, obviously, you have to use 3 tributes to summon him out. He can't be negated, essentially, when he's being summoned, which is awesome. And you can also sacrifice 2 monsters to wipe the opponent's monster board, which is nice. Ra's Disciple, just whenever one is summoned, you can summon out the other 2 from your deck. I believe only. I don't think it's from the hand. Nope, from hand or deck. Photon Saber Tiger, when it's normal or flip summon, you can add 1 Photon Saber Tiger from deck to your hand. If you do not control another Photon Saber Tiger, unfortunately it does lose 800 attack, which is a big bummer, but it's easily worked around. Next we have 2 Hardened Armed Dragons. You can special summon it if you send a level 8 or higher monster from hand to graveyard, which I don't have a whole lot of those in this deck, so I've never really used that effect. And then if you tribute this card for a tribute summon of a level 7 or higher, that monster cannot be destroyed by card effects. So it was nice. Only 2 Angel 1s, a 1. You can special summon the card from your hand by revealing a level 1, level 7 or higher monster in your hand, and if you special summon it this way, while you control this special summon card, contribute summon 1 level 7 or higher monster in attack position during your main phase. Addition to your normal summon, of course. So it helps, again, help flood out the board. Then we have 2 Condemned Witches. The only effect I really used off this was adding 1 Forbidden Quick Play spell from my deck to my hand. It came up quite a lot, actually. And, you know, the other effect is you can also special summon 1 level 4 fairy monster, which I believe the only other 1 level 4 fairy monster from your deck, except Condemned Witch, and the only one I think I have was Ra's Disciple. And normally by that point, they were already all in the grave or on the field. Then we have 3 Nimble Momongas. Whenever it's destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you gain 1,000. And then you can special summon any number of Nimble Momongas from your deck in face-down defense position. In order to get that out, sometimes I had to use the 1 copy of Nimble Beaver. When it's normal summon, you can special summon 1 level 3 or lower Nimble monster from your deck or graveyard. So, I mean, at least it could recur some. Then I just had 1 Gizmek Makami, the Ferocious Fanged Fortress. I never really used any of its effects. The only time I ever summoned it was actually by tributing, so, which is unfortunate. Then Gizmek Uka, the Festive Fox of Ichabod. That came up, I think, 1 time as well. Anytime your opponent normal summons or special summons, you inflict 300 damage to them. If a monster is special summoned from the main deck, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand, which I actually did do once, so that was cool. And then if this card is normal special summon, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, special summon 1 monster from your hand or deck whose attack equals the defense, its own defense, with the same attribute as that monster. Then we'll go into the spells quick. We had 2 Fists of Fate. The card's activation effect cannot be negated if you control a monster whose original name is Obelisk the Tormentor. Negate the effects of 1 effect monster your opponent controls, and if you do, destroy it. And if you do that for the rest of the turn, the effects of that monster are negated, as well as activated effects and effects on the field of monsters with the same original name. Then if you activated this card during your main phase, you can apply the effect. Then if you activated this card during your main phase, you can apply this effect to destroy all spells and traps your opponent controls, and you can only activate one of those per turn. I honestly don't think I actually used that even once. I did use Soul Crossing, however. During the main phase, immediately after this effect resolves, tribute summon one Divine Beast monster. When you do, you can tribute a monster or monsters your opponent controls, even though you do not control them. But if you tribute summon this way, apply this effect until the end of the next turn after this card resolves. You can only activate one card or effect per turn, not counting the effects of Divine Beast monsters. The one I used more often was the Monarch Stormforth. I have 3 copies. During this turn, if you would tribute a monster for a tribute summon, you can tribute one monster your opponent controls. Even though you do not control it, you can only activate the Monarch Stormforth per turn. During the turn you activate this card, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck. Luckily for me, I don't even have an extra deck because this deck didn't come with any. 1 copy of Divine Evolution. No, I was going to, but I never did use it. This card's activation effect cannot be negated. Choose one monster you control whose original type is Divine Beast, or whose original name is the Wicked Avatar, the Wicked Dreadroot, or the Wicked Eraser, except a monster's already affected by Divine Evolution, and it gains 1000 attack defense. Its effect activations and its activated effects cannot be negated. Also, it gains the following effect. When this card declares an attack, you can make your opponent send one monster they control to the graveyard of their choice. Then of course 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, 1 Pot of Avarice, 1 Supply Squad, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Forbidden Chalice, which I do wish I had bumped up to 2 or 3 at the very minimum. Forbidden Dress, 2 Forbidden Lances. I should have only had 1 of those. They clogged my hand a little bit sometimes, which was unfortunate because, oddly enough, not a lot of people use spells and trap cards to destroy shit, or even activate for following. 2 Drowning Mirror Force. Let's get those up there. 1 Cloning. Now that was actually a very important card. When your opponent normal or flip summons a monster that has a level, target that face-up monster, special summon 1 clone token with the same original type, attribute, level, attack, and defense as that target. When the target is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you also destroy this token. So, 1 Call of the Haunted. And the last card, 1 level Resist Wall, which also came up quite often. If a monster you control is destroyed by battle or opponent's card effect, target one of those monsters. Special summon monsters from your deck in defense position so their combined levels equal the level of that monster, but negate their effects. You can only activate 1 level Resist Wall per turn. So that's all 40 cards for the main deck. I'll just move that off to the side quick. As you can see, my Field Center token is a lovely, lovely one from Stay Classy. I do have 2 others, and I believe I have a 4th one on the way. So, I mean, I wish they had one for the Egyptian gods. Would be pretty awesome. Now again, this is the side deck I built but didn't get to use because I didn't sleeve them and actually ended up throwing them with the rest of my extra cards prior. So we just got 1 Evil Swarm Salamandra. Up to twice per turn you can banish 1 monster from your grave. This card gains 300 attack until the end of your opponent's turn. So you can gain up to what, 2450. Then 2 Mares cannot be special summoned except by the effect of a worm monster. During your main phase you can reduce this card's level by 1, and if you do, special summon 1 mini Mare token, a Worm Water level 1, attack 300, defense 200. You can only use this effect of Mare up to thrice per turn. And then in order to get the special summon of that out, 3 Unmasked Dragons. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 worm monster with 1500 or less defense, which Mare only has 14. From your deck. Then the last monsters for the side deck, 2 Cyber Dragons. Onto the spells, 2 double summons, just to allow you to conduct 2 normal summon door sets per turn, then 2 more Supply Squads, 1 Different Dimension Capsule, and the last 1 Brain Control. On the side deck I would also switch some things up, but that is, again, I didn't even get to try it out, so I don't know if the side deck would have been any good. I'm assuming it could have been with the unmasked dragons and mares. I think that would have been that's part of that. So, let me see. Let me pull it up. I was texting the girlfriend because she wanted updates on the tournament. I was letting her know how I was doing. I won 3 of the 4 matches, and the top 4 or 5 people actually all had the same win rates. But it was the, the one who had the bye who actually ended up getting top, because that's just how that works. So, unfortunate, but, it was fun. It was fun. We all had fun. The top 4 ended up splitting the box anyways, so we each got, what was it, 6? Yeah, 6, because 24 packs. So we each got 6 packs from it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, so the first round... Okay, so the first round I was playing, what was it? Water Ursatic. So it wasn't just obviously the Space Gundam Bears, but also splashed in with like Deep Sea Diva, Deep Sea Diva, and all those. 1-2-1 against them. Luckily for me, the very first round they couldn't do anything to stop Obelisk, and he just trounced them. Round 2, I won 2-1 against the Sacred Beast Raviel Goon. So, Sacred Beast Raviel with Dragoon package in it. The only round I lost on that was because they brought out Dragoon. Round 3, I lost against Adamantipator Goon. They just completely trounced me. There was nothing else I could do at all against that. Like, I think the longest one of those went was 5 turns in total. So, I mean, yeah. And round 4, where is it? I know it's a little further down. One against a mill deck 2-1. They beat everyone else because, they just had them deck out. Let's see, first place was, his name was Jason. He was the one I actually did lose to, the Adamantipator Goon. I placed second. Third place was the Space Bear Water. Fourth was Juan, the one with the mill deck. Fifth was Fong, who had the Sacred Beast Raviel Goon. Sixth with Anthony, who I believe was playing an Invoked Snake deck. And 7th was Moon. Someone paid for his entry because he said he was going to be there, but unfortunately never did stop by, which is a big bummer, considering this entire tournament, this weekend anyways, was for a going away party for Anthony, because he'll be moving out of state, so he unfortunately will not be part of the locals anymore, and he's been there for a good long time. So anyways, that is my second place Obelisk the Tormentor Structure deck build. If you ever want to see me have an updated version, just let me know in the comments below and I can do that. Also, I should be getting Slifer for the Sky Dragon decks in today, so I can do something with that. Hope you guys enjoy this, and let me know in the comments below. Alright guys, as always, peace.